Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we got a big little mail call here. We got a couple books and a couple of toys, and we're finally completing the retro collection of the Mandalorian figures. So that is awesome. Also, I'm going to review, go through the whole collection of those, as well as show you a couple other things I picked up randomly. Still kind of on a weird little Hot Wheel kick. And I found a couple more Hot Wheels that I thought were cool. I picked up this one. It's a Rockin' Santa Sled. New for 2020, I believe, when 2020 hit. Yeah, it's for 2020. And actually, I already had one of these, but it's a different color scheme. So I just thought it was kind of cool. I kind of like the concept of it. And it's kind of a sled, and it's got Santa Claus riding in there in the cockpit there. So that's pretty cool. And it looks like he's got a couple presents there sitting behind him. Kind of geared up for speed. Santa's got a need for speed. And then I picked this one up just randomly, just because I like the art on it. I usually don't get cars like this in this color. This color scheme is usually my gig. It looks kind of like a McDonald's color scheme, but it has some really cool art on it. So it's like kind of comic booky art. I don't know if I can make it kind of focus in a little better. I know my camera's terrible. This is ridiculous. But yeah, if I can get this to focus in, there's some kind of cool art on it. There we go. That's kind of cool little comic art on there. So I picked that up just because, yeah, I liked that kind of idea on there. But let's get to these things, just because. First thing, I already went and opened up the envelope on this, just to kind of get that out of the way. But I got this old Green Lantern issue number 164. Got it for basically $1, so it's real super beat up and super cheap. So, but anywho, I didn't have that, so I decided I should get to that one. It's kind of a cool cover. Some crazy looking Guardian on there with Hal Jordan and really crazy looking Guardian. It looks like some knights from way back when, kind of medieval times. And I got that from Just That Bargain LLC. I guess it's a eBay. Just That Bargain. So there's that. That's where I got that from. Let's go on to this. This actually I pre-ordered from Hannon Comic Books. You can see there's their logo, Hannon Comic Books. These are actually, I don't know if I ever showed you the regular edition of these, but these were just the variant editions, but they had them on for like a lot cheaper than cover price. So you can't beat that. And it's even cheaper, say, if I got them in my box at the comic store. It's even cheaper than that. So, because, there I get like a 20% discount, but these are like 30 some odd percent off. So I kind of passed that up. So I went ahead and picked these up, and these are actually pretty cool variant editions of a particular comic book that we've been seeing on my channel here. If we can get to them, these are kind of big, thick books. And these are different variations of the new Venom number 200. So this is the end of the Donny Cates Venom run. And, the different variant covers that you could get. And I didn't know that these were going to be a bunch in, comic book stores. I didn't know the comic book stores were going to order, a ton of these variants. So I seen them actually at a couple of the different stores around town. But I got it for cheaper ordering them online. So that worked out. So that's that variant. And then I got this one. This is the Mark Bagley variant. I love Mark Bagley. So I got his variant. Venom smashing through the number 200. So that's pretty sweet. And then I got this variant just because it kind of goes along with that Carnage number 1, Black, White, and Blood. So you can kind of put those side by side and they kind of have reminiscent. That's kind of Eddie Brock's kind of dirty mug kind of coming out of the open Venom mouth suit thing going on there. But yeah, so that's basically what I got for comic books. So let's move on to the toys because that's where the real excitement is, right? So let's go to this one first. Got these from Entertainment Earth. Actually, I got half of my set from the Star Wars store. The other half of my set from Entertainment Earth. Part of the set. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how it all worked out, but yeah, I got some of it from them and some of it from them. So let's check this out. And this one, this one is Moff Gideon. So this is a sweet Moff Gideon. And I kind of had an idea. I was kind of looking at this figure in the Star Wars store, and I was kind of thinking, it would have been really cool if they would have had the Darksaber kind of retracting out of his arm like the old Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader figures. That would have made this figure that much cooler. So maybe in the future, when they come out with a new character like this, they can maybe kind of doctor in that idea of having the retractable saber. And this looks like, it's got a gray version of the original Luke Skywalker saber. when I think later on, like the Bespin Luke and the Jedi Luke, but it's gray. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of go along there with Moff Gideon. And I guess apparently the Star Wars store is actually going to have a signing coming up from this guy. So that'll be exciting to get something signed from this guy. He's the actor from Breaking Bad and all that, and Moff Gideon and the Mandalorian. Let's get on to... This is the creme de la creme. This is the one we've all been waiting for. This is the main figure of this set. This is the biggest, the baddest, the best figure of this whole collection. It's actually the one I've been looking forward to the most, just because it's cool. So, him and the Baby Yoda. But glad to finally get my mitts on this bad boy. And this is the Mandalorian himself. Look at that in all of his Mandalorian glory. And this is cool because it comes with his rifle, kind of done in the whole vintage fashion. And it's cool kind of card back. I don't know, I kind of wish they would have done a different card back, because I think that's the same one that they did for the regular, the vintage collection Mandalorian card back. But still, it comes with the old style vinyl cape. Got the old school kind of points of articulation. And yeah, overall, he's a pretty decent figure. I wish I could just kind of get this glare off of him so much. But yeah, it'd be pretty sweet if they made this into one of those big figures. So they do these figures that are like 2 feet tall, 1.5 tall. So it'd be pretty cool if they did this guy in that. And I guess that's a quick review, so we'll show you the whole set. So now we have the Mando, and we have the Moff Gideon. With Mando and Moff Gideon, and the rest of the set includes the Baby Yoda. So we got the vintage style Baby Yoda that came with his pod, his frog, and all that glory. And then we have 4 of the figures for this Mandalorian set. So we have the Cara Dune. Of course, this kind of went up in value and then went down in value. So if you're going to look for it on eBay again, it's dropped down in price. So that's pretty good. And then we've got the Grief Karga, as you've seen a couple of times already. Carl Weathers and all of his glory. And then, of course, Queel. Everybody loved Queel. Queel's an awesome little character that they had added into the show. And then, of course, IG-11. Baby Yoda's babysitter droid, aka assassin droid. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'll probably end up maybe opening at least one of them to go with my new Razor Crest when I get that eventually. But I don't think that's coming out till like September, October. I don't know. I guess we'll see. When I get that, you guys will see that for sure. But yeah, make sure if you like my content to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.